up, everybody? What's up? Let me get shared into because I don't think it posts live to the group anymore. So I have to share it in so everybody knows we are live. Oh, you know, it would help if I didn't have my camera in the wrong spot, showing you the mess that's on my desk over here. All right. There we go. Let's see if we're live in the group. I don't think it is. Nope. All right, so let me share it to the group. And then we'll be good. Yes, definitely. Let's hit a banger. No case hits yet out of this jumbo case, so there is that. And nothing really of note, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing like numbered to short print or anything, so there's got to be something coming up. I would assume. Post numbered to short. What's up, Vincent? What's up, Tony? We are ready to go. I'm gonna give everybody like 5 minutes to get in here. What's everybody up to tonight? Been a pretty busy day in the store, so that was good. Bowman is hot. That's all I'll say. Bowman is hot. From what I understand, my jumbo prices are $100 cheaper than anywhere near us. So that's what I was told today. And my hobby was a little bit cheaper, like 10-15% cheaper. So, but that could explain it. Like, we were crazy today. And also we had some Star Wars, that TCG Star Wars came in. That's crazy right now. Some Dragon Ball stuff that's crazy. So it's been a busy day, especially with shipping. We got like 20 packages to drop off tomorrow for sealed wax and boxes. So thank you, everybody, if you're on that list. I appreciate it. Oh, let me turn off. Stars are on again. How did I do this yesterday? Edit post. Nope. Turn stars off. There we go. What's up, Billy? What's up, William? I'm sure you're watching it too. Let's go. We got 6 in. Give it like I said, we'll start about 9:20. Start reading off the names and everything. What's up, William? What's up, Mike? Mike grabbed a couple spots earlier. So number 3 is going to be Saturday. I don't know how, but I forgot we have trade night tomorrow for Pokemon. So we'll break it Saturday. I'll try to get my wife to come down here. If not, we'll break it Saturday at 4 o'clock when we close. So that's, I think, for number 3. We'll guarantee it. And then when we close at 4 o'clock, we'll break it. What's up, Justin? I don't know how I forgot about trade night, but I think I mentioned something about it when I was live, and I said, well, maybe if trade night goes too late. Because trade night, it could end at 8 o'clock, it could end at 10:30. I've been here at 11 o'clock with people still trading, so yeah. Usually you can't kick them out, like, I don't want to, 1, and 2, it's usually pretty big deals. Like, you're talking 4-figure deals between guys that are, they're taking their time with a deal. You don't want to interrupt that. What is that? Oh. Oh, sound's back on. There we go. But yeah, trade night is very unpredictable. I think we did a break one night after trade night, and we didn't start until like, I want to say 11 o'clock. So it was kind of crazy. All right, 1 minute. We'll start it up. Looks like we got 7 people in here. I took I think 10 spots in the break, which I don't care. I want to get into some Bowman breaks anyway, so I'm good with it. It saves me money getting into other people's breaks, so there's that. And one of the team, there was 3 top teams, so I didn't mind it at all. What's up, Steve? All right, let's go. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Here we go. What's up, guys? It's Nick with AAN Collect coming at you with Bowman. Hobby and Jumbo number 2 is pick your team style. We got the Angels going to Moss. Astros to Moss. Athletics were not sold. Blue Jays going to Thornley. Braves were not sold. Brewers going to Thornley. Cardinals going not sold. Cubs, Diamondbacks going to William Ryan. Dodgers going to Reed. Giants going to Moss. Guardians were not sold. Mariners going to Hearing. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Marlins going to AAN. Mets and Nationals going to Henderson. Orioles going to Reed. Padres going to Marks. Pirates going to Reed. Phillies were not sold. Rangers going to Rice. Rays going to Marks. Reds going to Newell. The Red Sox, Rockies, Royals, Tigers, Twins, and White Sox were all unsold, which is surprising. That's like 3 top teams right there. And then Yankees going to Henderson. So, again, I don't mind taking them. They were bigger teams. Hockey is amazing. And Phil was mentioning it last night. This year's basketball playoffs have been pretty amazing. So, hockey is always good for playoffs. I think the season, and I know it's ironic because baseball is my favorite sport, but I think the season for hockey is too long for some reason. Baseball being 160 games, I guess I have no room to talk, but I don't know. It seems like hockey drags on longer for some reason, and I don't know why that is, but Celtics are losing. I hate to say it. I'm a Cavs fan, so I'm not sad to hear that. I don't think the Cavs have a chance, and I think I told you yesterday Cavs were taking 1. I think it was going to go 5 games. I think Cavs are going to sneak away with 1, and that's going to be that. So, this one you have. Are you in this one? You have the Rangers in this one. You have Yankees in Saturday's break. Unless we fill tonight, the 3 tonight, but I doubt it. There's still 12 or 13 teams in there. And thank you guys. Superfractor 101 bonus is at 155 for this break. If we hit a Superfractor or a 101, non-printing plate, remember that. And non-leaf, which we don't have a problem with this one. Somebody in the break will get $155. Let me see. Yeah, you have the Yankees. He had the Yankees last night. Sorry. He has the Nationals Saturday. There we go. Now I'm on the right one. So let's hit a banger. Hopefully we don't pull the auto right off the bat again tonight. That was kind of a long break because we had the auto like in the first 2 stacks. And Hobby definitely does not have the color it did last year. Put it that way. And I was checking, the last time I hit a Superfractor was 2020. It's been a bit. I mean, we've had plenty of 1-on-1s, but 2020. That's a long time. Long drought for a Superfractor. So we're due. Last time I hit a Trout Auto was 2021, and it was David Nicely. I remember that because it was out of, what was it out of? Transcendent or something like that. It was a 1-card product. Forgot what it was. Tribute, maybe. I don't know. It was a 1-card product. There was like 1 or 2 cards in the box, and it was a Mike Trout, numbered 15 auto. Which it was during the pandemic times, so it was a pretty big card at that time. All right, guys, here we go. Hobby, and we're going to try to get it where the glare is. Yeah, there we go. Not so bad. We got to angle them just a little bit. Jacob Burke for the White Sox. Jason Dominguez for the Yankees. And all the cards are sorted. If you're local, you can pick up your cards from yesterday's break. They are ready to be picked up. Rhett Lauder. I was here watching Phil's break last night, and I sorted them during that time. We got a Speckle Yolene Cespedes for the Red Sox. Laffy Goal. I was messing with my friends last night after the Rangers goalie got hit. I'm like, that was totally legal. I mean, I'm a Pittsburgh fan, so my team is definitely not in. They're getting old, and Hassel and Dominguez. Pick up after Saturdays? Okay, sounds good. Yeah, they're all ready. I'll probably have these sorted either tonight or tomorrow. I'm trying to get here earlier, so I can sort and have them just ready to go so we can ship them as fast as possible. So, like, if you're just in one break, your stuff will probably ship tomorrow from that first break. So, God, I hate this light. I can't wait to have the new setup. Dylan Cruz for the Nationals, going to Henderson. I'm going to take a smaller stack next time, too. It'll be easier to... Aaron Judge. Marco Luciano for the Giants. Wyatt Langford for the Rangers. Come on, color. This is Walker Jenkins for the Twins of Minnesota. Walker Jenkins? Yeah. Or Dylan Cruz. Dylan Cruz, speaking of. I thought I saw Dylan Cruz was pulled. But Dylan Cruz. Very nice. Matt Shaw. There was a paper base behind there. Spencer Jones. Ali. Rookie. Pete Carroll Armstrong rookie. And for the Astros hit 2 days in a row. Anthony Huezo. Number to 499 refractor auto for the Astros. Going to Mike Moss. Nice hit, Mike. No, just hit the auto now. Huezo. Now we need our color. John Cruz for the Yankees. Denichi Valdez. Junior Caminero. This is the first time I've seen him in this. Seems like his rookies have been short print. I haven't hit, like, Ellie we're hitting all the time, but Caminero, I don't remember hitting a bunch of his stuff. I know in Yamamoto, I know in Topps, he only had the rookie auto. No rookie base. David Guzman for the Blue Jays. Chase Davis. Jared Dickey. I'm just reading off the first Bowman's guys. Joan Rojas. Juan Soto, first Yankee. Luciano. Wisenhut. Carson Sanchez. Hao-Yo Lee. Henry Davis, rookie. And Ellie De La Cruz for the Reds. Caminero Pro debut. I think I have the same auto you do in a 10-10. I just got mine back. So. Drew Jones. Mauricio. Wyatt Langford. Insert. You guys, I go through these and like the first, depending on how I package them up, they'll all be protected either in the plastic cases that I ship in, the bulk in. The first I usually put in top loaders, unless they're like total whiffs. Lawrence Butler and Walker Jenkins. Wow, more Walker Jenkins than we pulled last night. Yeah, Pro Debut, it seemed like Caminero was everywhere, but everything I pulled was numbered. So maybe it was just the way collation worked out. Austin Wells, rookie. Garcia, Serna, Elijah Green. We got one of those Infernos coming up. Aiden Miller for the Phillies, Inferno. I don't believe those are short printed because we pulled quite a few of them now. Mason Wynn. Yellow, Juan Soto to 75 for the New York Yankees. There's some color. That is going to Mr. Henderson. It's the shortest print card we've had so far. Brandon Taylor. I don't know why I read him off. He's not a first prospect. And Jacob Gonzalez. And, of course, Bowman Jumbo will go pack by pack. We should have at least one refractor in here, unless that auto counted. David, are you seeing that? Like, one color. There it is. For the White Sox, Abraham Nunez, Silver Lava. Boom. For the White Sox. I know you watch just as much as that's pretty much what I'm seeing. As Hobby has usually one paper base, color and one chrome color, which is not true because we just got a Jackson Churio for the Brewers, numbered to 125, in my face. Very nice. Yeah, Hobby, I don't know. It's been weird, but it looks like an average of one. But then again, we just had two in this one, so. Alan Castro and Yohandy Morales. Volpe. Sebastian Walcott. Yeah, I was up late last night watching them, and actually when Phil was done, while I was finishing sorting here, Brock Wilkin, Garrett Forrester. I'm actually gonna try moving this way because I think this worked out better yesterday. Just more comfortable. Luis Angel Acuna. The other Acuna. I think we pulled Brian yesterday. Miles Naylor. Colson Montgomery. Jordan Westbrook rookie. Slade Jaconi. Rafaela. Yeah. HTA is, maybe in the autos. But the HTA, you can't pull the superfractors if I read that right today. Capri Ortiz. Deturi, because they published the odds, and superfractors were not on the list. So that was surprising, considering that's since that is the harder product to hit. Like you're paying for autos. So it's really odd that if that's true. And so far, the two supers that I've seen came out of jumbos, which makes sense because you got more autos. Base, I'm not sure what they came out of. But not, that's what I thought. That's what I thought I was reading, is no supers in HGA. Which, like I said, it's an auto product, so it's kind of odd. See my grading section. HTA was where the color. Okay, yeah, it might not be the way to go anymore. Paper base. Yamamoto. It's 2 for the Dodgers. Austin Wells. Oh, we got a purple Jackson Holiday, number to 199 for the Orioles. Very nice. Now we're getting some names. Now we're heating up. Now we want to see those 50s and 25s and 5s. That's where we're at. Roderick Arias. Noble Mayer. Oh, we got paper base behind that. Paper base. Bowman paper. Bowman paper. There we go. John Wimmer. Ronnie Hernandez and Tamir Johnson lined it up. Yeah, I don't know what to think of HTA. At first, I was kind of like bummed that I didn't get any, but watching the breaks last night, I wasn't really impressed with the difference. Same, almost, it's between hobby and jumbo, but it just doesn't seem. Looks like yellow. Oh boy. Here we go. I want to see some color though. Like we are owed some from yesterday, some good stuff. First auto is Walker Martin for the San Francisco Giants. Going to Mike Moss. Mike Moss is running the autographs. And he's got a refractor auto this time. Actually, I think he had a refractor auto last time too. Bowman refractor autos are not a bad thing. I don't know where. Oh, yeah, I guess Walker. I can see it now. I don't see an M over here. But. There we go. Oh my gosh. Zavala. Trying to get a good thing where we don't have that stupid light showing up. Blake Mitchell for the Royals. Josh Rivera. Antonio Anderson. Robert Calais. And Garrett Forrester. Kind of makes up for your box earlier. That select box, Mike. That was pretty rough. That, honestly, I don't want to say this, but that was probably the worst box of that select stuff I've seen. Usually you get one decent, like, auto. Not that it's like, you know, Stroud or anybody, but somebody that's, we know. Make sure, yep, we are still on camera. Ellie Dela Cruz, Shoei. There we go. Just have to hold them straight up and further back. Jordan Adams, rookie. Tyler Soderstrom. Heston Hierstad. Tink Hence. Chrome. Wes Naylor. Yeah. Good news. We're getting some Bowman University Inception in. Yolene Cespedes. Topps gave me another case today, so I'm not sure when it'll be in. Probably not going to ship tomorrow. They usually don't ship on Fridays, so I would assume probably by next weekend. I know a lot of people were looking for that. I think you were one of them. It's got the Caitlin Clark Inception autos. Maybe we'll do a break or two with it. It just depends on if there's interest. Oh, we got an auto purple, maybe? Nope. Colton Ledbetter for the Rays. Purple. Yeah, I was disappointed in that box when you were opening it, to be completely honest. The Chrome stuff, it's $300 a box. I've had it a few times, but the last time I had it, it sat on a shelf for a while. I think when the college stopped, that's when I think we got, is this the case set? Nolan Shaniel. Nope. Gendry Vargas. I thought it was going to be one of those Gladiator cards. But yeah, that Inception stuff was pretty good. It had Stroud in it, so. Manuel Tejada for the Yankees. And a few of the other guys. It sold out on my shelf really fast. But I'm buying it to make sure that I get enough of the football and stuff that's coming out here in the next couple months. The Topps Chrome football, the complicit football, all that stuff. That's my goal. Encarnacion. It's got to be really easy to put the paper base because I've seen the same names over and over. Oh, do we have an auto? Yes, we do. Luke Adams for the Brewers going to Mr. Thornley. Very nice. Luke Adams. I got tricked again. I thought the next card was going to be the Gladiator again. It's another one of these. Roman Anthony. Still no case hit out of this case of Jumbo. And this is the second to last case I have. So nobody's told me about a case hit yet out of anything else. So that's a very nice one, Dave. Nice hit. Is that the guy you were chasing? I assume he's the top prospect. So got one more auto. Our second Yamamoto from this box. Second Wells from this box. Second Ellie Dela Cruz. The Reds are stacking up Dela Cruz autos. Power up James Wood for the Nationals, right? Yeah, Nationals. Jorge Josco DePaulo for the Dodgers. Jose Rodriguez for the Twins. Estiacero, Carson Rucker, Felipe De Turo, and Colt Foster. Oh, Brock Wilken. I mean, it's when you get to the top of the prospects in here, like, I honestly think Walker Jenkins has probably got more upside than Dylan Cruz, but that's just me. And what I've read, some people agree with me, some people don't. I don't know. Oh, we got yellow or gold? Yellow. Jackson Merrill to 50 gold for the Padres. That is going to Sam Marks. Very nice. Yeah. You never know. I mean, everybody remember 2013. The chase for the Yankees was not Aaron Judge. Drew Jones. It was actually the Sanchez. Gary Sanchez. A lot of people forget that. And for the Indians, I believe it was guy that got traded to the Clint Frazier. Got traded to the Yankees and then got mad because he had to play to make his way onto the team in spring training, and they ended up just releasing him. So the chase always changes with these. If you go back, you can watch breaks where guys are pulling Ronald Acuna golds, and they're like, some guy I've never heard of, like from Bowman, because we were all chasing, I forget in 2017. It was a different Brave, though. And, yeah. So you go back and watch some of those breaks. It's kind of funny watching people freak out about certain players, and then the guys that were the big names just didn't get any love. Jackson Holliday, Jordan Lawler, rookie, Walker Jenkins. It's always funny to watch those back. Like, I was freaking out about Chris Bryant's back then. Aaron Nimmola, Paul Skeens for the Pirates, Jerian Elkins, Cooper Pratt, and Cam Collier. It always changes, guys. Like, Bowman is a 2-year product. You don't really know what you have for like 2 years. So, and usually that's when you'll see one of the Bowmans blow up. We got, oh, it's green, just regular green. Like 2 years after the product is released, like you'll see it blow up for no reason. That means somebody is about to get called up or has been called up, and they're actually really good. We got an auto coming up. Good luck. Clayton Kershaw, purple, numbered to 199 for the Dodgers. Anthony Skull for the Angels. Mike Moss, ranking up all the autos. Nice. Last minute purchase. And there's been way more color in this than there was yesterday. That's what I'll say. Because that stack is pretty much double the size. Our hit recap is double the size what it was yesterday, for sure. And I keep getting fooled on these. I see this, and that's like almost like the side of the Gladiator. Marte and Colby Keith. Not to be confused with Toby Keith. Luis Baez, Walker Jenkins, Max Clark, Felix Morabo, and Holy You. What was the product, the Bowman, that went down to, I think it was 2021 Bowman, I think is really cheap right now. And this is the year, like, some of those guys are either going to make it or that product is not really going to be worth it. I think it's 2021 Bowman. 2022 Bowman, until Ellie got called up last year, was dirt cheap. As soon as he got called up, the product like doubled and tripled very quickly. So always keep an eye on prospects and try to be ahead of the game so you can do something with it. Jordan Lawler. Feels like that should be 2021 and 2020. I know 2022 was dirt cheap. James Wood. And then out of nowhere, it just like took off. And it hasn't come back down, I don't think. But everyone was saying 2022 was going to be the class to chase. Especially last year when Bowman came out. All the people are like, 2022 is better. George Lombard is better. And then Ellie De La Cruz got called up and like it skyrocketed. Oh, it's still really cheap? I know it was up over 300 when Ellie first got the call. I mean, but I guess 300 for Bowman is pretty cheap for a hobby. Like for a year where somebody is decent in it. But if he's the only chase, then it's, I guess, fair. Rafaela. Bryce Harper. I'm trying to remember where the... No. Henry Davis. Tyler Black. Yeah, at least 2022. I know it was like 400 at one point when he first got Dylan Cruz. When he first got called up. Because I was going to buy some and then... Because I remembered it was close to 200. And then it wasn't anymore. I guess that's the way to put it. It was like 200 and then it was not. Last pack. Come on, case it. I mean, if we don't hit the case it here, tomorrow's break becomes, or Saturday's break becomes very interesting. Because that box is already back here, so. Max Clark. Oh, we might have a... No, that's not it. Wilkin. Zach Veen. Capri Ortiz, Ryan Lasco, Aiden Miller, Brian Burrows, and Davison Gutierrez. Blaze Jordan. He is a guy, I don't understand. Like, he's doing so well in the minors. But, I don't know. And I like him because Blaze Jordan's a hobby guy. Like, he collects cards, too. So, I kind of like him for that fact. All right, here's our recap of numbered and autographed rookies. We got Clayton Kershaw, Anthony Skull for the Angels, Jackson Merrill for the Padres, Luke Adams, Colton Ledbetter, Walker Martin for the Giants, Jackson Holiday, Jackson Churio. I don't know why that's not in the top order. To 125, Abraham Nunez to 399. Juan Soto to 75, and Anthony Hueso. So, he just won Player of the Week. See, he's been doing well. So, I mean, I don't know. But the Red Sox also aren't going anywhere. What's the advantage of pulling him up? For some reason, I thought we were short an auto, but we are not. What's the advantage of pulling him up? And losing that service time. So, it's one of those things. Blaze, he does because he's in the hobby. Like, go look at his cards. They're not cheap. Unless you're talking, like, if you want to buy Bowman Sterling, something like that, he's pretty cheap there. And Marcelo Mayer, he's like, doing very well, too. I don't know... I mean, as a Yankee fan, I'm sure you agree with me, Phil. I'm glad they're keeping these guys down because the Red Sox are playing well now. If those guys are up here, they might be a totally better team. Yeah, he has a name. Like that's the thing. When he comes up, he might get more recognition because of that. And I thought that when if he becomes even a decent player, he'll have more behind him because kids will be like, man, he's it's Blaze Jordan. There was one other name that was perfect for a baseball player like 2 years ago. I can't remember what it was, and I thought it was like a nickname at first, but it was the guy's actual name. Um, I can't remember what it was. I want to say it was like 2018 or something like that. Jeter Downs, that's a nice name. It's ironic that he's on the Yankees, which I don't know if they caught him and lost the draft pick or what. I know he was a waiver wire claim, but I don't remember him being on the team. Chase Davis, yeah, I can't remember his name. It was like a really like you saw the name and you're like, I hope he makes it for that name because he would have blown up. He never made it out of the minors though, and I think he's done with baseball. Can't remember the guy's name. It's killing me. Jeter Downs. Well, I mean, that kid had a big he was a big Bowman prospect. I remember he was one of the top guys I want to say for the Red Sox. No, can't remember who he was for, but he was a top prospect. I know. No, that's over on the other channel. Internet's breaking. Sorry, it's too much of an inside joke, Dave. I can't go further with it. A lot of these guys weren't around for all that. Jeter Downs was Reds. I can't. I don't know. I know he was one of the top guys on the list. If you guys, what I was gonna say, baseball. Shoot. JustBaseball.com. There we go. They have probably the most in-depth prospecting. They do their own top 100, and it's probably the best prospecting list out there. And it differs from MLB so big, but they're more accurate than MLB is. And if you guys want to research and maybe buy a guy when he's low, and they give you reasons there's Major League Baseball players involved in that website, so they give you reasons why they think that person's a great prospect. And you want to look for the guys that hit home runs or steal bases. That's the hobby love right there. And that gives you all the information you need. It's called Just Baseball. I use that a lot when I'm trying to find out the sleeper teams for Bowman. So unfortunately, Walker Jenkins got too popular before this came out, or the Twins might have been a sleeper pick. But David Thornley, he usually has some good ideas of prospects to get. He does a good job too. I don't know where he gets his information, but I use Just Baseball. Bradfield, he's going to be good. He was 2023 draft, I believe. The only problem with Bradfield, he's on the Orioles. And there's a billion guys that are good on the Orioles in the prospecting system. They all can't make it. It won't happen. And if you guys follow the hobby enough, only the top one or two guys, that's all that gets the hobby love. So Bradfield will have to he has to go above 5 people to get that hobby love. So Colson Montgomery, yeah. 2022 Bowman is pretty it's a sleeper product right now. If it's under 300, I might grab a couple boxes to mix in down the road. That's if I remember correctly, there's a lot of guys that were middle of the road guys that might make it. I'll send you all my bad Bradfield. I'll show you them all. I got them all. I got them all penny sleeved right here. Any Enriquez that I pulled, I ended up selling them right away. Just because I don't like the Orioles situation. There's too many guys there. There's Rushman, Gunner, Jackson Holiday, Bradfield, Mountcastle. Heck, even Cedric Mullins is playing great ball this year. You got too many guys on that team, and then there's the other rookie from this year. I can't think of his name right now. He's been playing pretty decent. There's too many guys there. Way too many. Yep, and they are all young. Yeah, if I get another auto, I'll definitely let you know. I get collections that come in here all the time. I bought a non-licensed collection today. It's got the girl from Harry Potter, his wife or whatever. I was just like, oh, it's cool to have a Harry Potter auto. Then I got this Anthony Volpe kid. Like, I heard he's going to be pretty good. If he ever makes it on the Yankee squad, I think he'll be a good player. Yeah, that's a possibility. But again, you're in that position where usually the top two guys get the hobby love. Like, they could be great players, like, unless they're the Yankees. Like, even Cabrera's getting love there. Unless they're the Dodgers, you got enough room. But I'm trying to think of a team where the Braves last year. Look at the Braves last year. They had 4 guys that could have been MVP. And the only one anybody cared about in the hobby was Ronald Acuna. You had the home run leader was Olsen. Ozzie had a great year. And the rookie, Michael Harris, had a great year. But nobody cared because Acuna was the number 1 guy. Any other team, those guys would have probably taken off. And Riley, they had, the lineup was stacked. That's a perfect example of a team. And then the Dodgers last year too, with Freeman, Mookie Betts. Yep, I saw you type it right when I was saying it. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. But yeah, the Dodgers this year is going to be the same thing. Right now, it's hobby love goes to Betts and Mookie. Betts and Ohtani. Then after that, like, you still have Freddie Freeman. Yeah, it's you got to be careful. Like, if you're trying to invest and like try to get a guy that's going to come out, those teams are tough. Like, that are loaded like that, it's really tough to come out ahead because, let's say Enrique Bradfield gets called up this year and wins Rookie of the Year. You know, where does he, like, does he have that much of a, I mean, he's hot right now, and he probably will have you'll be able to make some money real quick off him. But after that, what happens? Baseball is like the hardest to do that in. And then basketball, it's the second, like, there's 1 or 2 guys, and then that's it. Like, it doesn't matter if you're the Celtics and you have 5 guys playing out of your mind. It doesn't matter. People are only going to care about Brown and Tatum. So, in football, we all know what matters: the quarterback. Like, that's the only position that matters in football. Yeah, some wide receivers sell well, but for the most part, the money in football is 1,000% behind the quarterback. They might trade him. I don't think, if you're the Orioles, I'm trading Mountcastle before anybody on that team. 1, you're going to have to pay him next year or the year after. And 2, he's like a senior citizen on that team at 27. Yeah, they should get another pitcher. I think when the Yankees are full, that's what's going to hurt them in the end. I think that's how the Yankees beat them in a series, is pitching. If Garrett Cole's healthy. If not, it's all even right now. So, Garrett Cole's a big if right now because they're not saying much, which makes me worried. I mean, they tell you that he threw and that's about it, but they don't really. I don't know. It's kind of weird how they're updating his status. Exactly. Right now they don't need him. That team is, if Judge gets going, watch out. They're just gonna. They don't have to have. They can have four pitchers basically, and throwing a fifth anywhere. Oh yeah, that's why I'm worried. Like people are going in on Paul Skeens. Every pitcher that throws over 100 miles an hour has had problems. Skeens, I think he has 10 strikeouts, but do they keep him on the pitch count that he was on the minors, the 85 pitches? That's I don't know if you let him go yet. Like every one of those hard throwers from Strasburg on, they've all had Tommy John at some point. And I don't know if it's the way they snap their arm. I don't know. But every single one of them from Strasburg, like, if you guys were around in 2009, you remember the hype behind Strasburg. Yeah, you should. If he's on the 85 pitch count, I think you go inning count, maybe 6 innings. But yeah, you're right. I mean, that's why some of the guys avoid it. They don't throw 103 on every ball. They throw a curve, they throw a two seamer, they throw a cutter, and then for the strikeout, they throw 103 because you add an extra 5 miles an hour onto that pitch. That's a totally different world. But what's the sexy pitch too? The sexy pitch is the 100 mile an hour. That's what the fans want. That's what the ESPN highlight is. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't want to see another repeat of Strasburg, like where he's hurt all the time because he's throwing too hard. And Strasburg had a great first year, and then after that, there was like injury riddled career. I mean, 2009. If you guys were in the hobby, do you remember the hype of people trying to find that superfractor? And do you remember how mad people were when that superfractor came out of a retail pack? Oh yeah. But Randy had that. He'd throw 95, 95, and then hit you with that slider. Like that 69 mile an hour slider. And it had guys looking like they didn't even see the pitch. That's in Clemens, it was nasty. And that's what Strasburg was like, except he was 101, 69 mile an hour changeup. Like, you're gearing up for that fastball because you blew it by him twice, and then that third one, you're way out in front of it. Maybe you foul it off. That's why Maddox was so great. He threw 88 miles an hour, but he placed it on the corners. And what was the walk stat on him? Oh, Dusty Baker ruined them. Dusty Baker destroyed their career. Jabba tried to throw too hard. But Dusty Baker definitely rocked Mark Pryor and Kerry Wood. Those guys were amazing. That was a sad thing to watch. He'd leave him out there. Him was different, though. He'd leave him out there for 130, 140 pitchers. And they were hard throwers. That was crazy. That was some crazy stuff. If they did that today, he'd be gone. Oh yeah, he was in Pryor. Both of them were great pitchers, and when they were young, they had that one year And I don't think they did anything with it. They had 1 year where the Cubs were like crazy, and then those two got hurt at the end of the year. It was it. That was their whole. That was their whole reason for being anywhere. Yeah, I mean, Sam, you were in Syracuse when Strasburg did his time there. Do you like him and Bryce Harper sold out that stadium? That was when you knew they were something special. Like they were in minor leagues selling out stadiums. And Strasburg, they called him a walking no hitter because eventually he was going to have one. I don't think he even got one, if I remember right. He might have got one. But yeah, that I can remember trying to get tickets for that, and they were like $200 for like the worst tickets. That was crazy. That was, and people got like they just bought tickets to scalp, like guessing when their rehab was going to be. People were buying blocks of tickets for that whole month just to. They knew they were going to make money no matter what, and they did. People were paying $200-300 for those tickets. Oh, Tebow. Tebow sold out a few games, but yep, yep. That's it's okay. And I didn't even know like $200 no winner. Dave, I think we're the only ones that know that joke now because it's been so long. It's been. Can you believe it's been 8 years since then? 8 years. And our booth was $1,000 with thousands of tickets sold for that event. I saw who did I see there? One of the Yankees prospects. I want to say it was Dominguez. It was recently. It was Dominguez or Volpe I watched there. Can't remember. Oh, DeGrom. Yeah, when you get to see a major leaguer rehab, that's pretty cool. Even the Comets games, probably the same thing for the Crunch. When the guys come back for their quick couple games before they go back to the NHL, you can't get a ticket for those nights. It's just crazy. That's one thing I gotta say. In our area, we have pretty good minor league stuff. Yeah, I saw one glove pass away. I was trying to find a video today of him breaking with us. It's funny that you were here tonight because I was thinking about that today when I saw that. I'm like, man, that was such a good time with that dude. Him and who the heck else broke with us? Burt Watson. What's her name? I can't think of her name right. Ashley Evans Smith. The only ones we didn't get to break with us were Felice Herrig and Carla Esparza. Alex, I don't know what happened to him. He got weird and like disappeared. Alex got me in so much trouble that weekend. I was mad at him. I was like mad at him. You got Felice Herrig to yell at me. That wasn't cool. She probably could have killed me. Not probably. Would have killed me. And the great Brian Ebersol was there too, which I haven't heard from him in a while either. But yeah, I was for some reason that show came up in my mind like 2 months ago. And I just remember the promoter telling us he sold thousands of tickets. And then the first day I was excited and maybe 50 people came through the door. And you could progressively see the fighters getting more and more mad that they weren't going to make any money. Good times, good times. I'll never forget that weekend. It was a good time. It was the first weekend I had away from my kid, so he probably has to. Oh, Brian, yeah. thought you were talking about the promoter for a second. Oh no. My condolences to him and his family. He was our first paid sponsor. Brian Ebersaw with AAN Collect. Or actually, it was A&N sports cards back then before somebody stole all my social medias. First shaved paid sponsor. What did we paid for a bunch of break spots, I think, for that. Back when we were breaking 500 cases of UFC. The good old days. Of course, a case of UFC back then was probably 2 boxes today. The cost. And you got 10 autographs instead of 2. Crazy where everything has come since then. Very crazy. I wish we can go back to that kind of pricing. That was fun. Like, it didn't feel like you had to hit something big or, you know. I mean, these breaks, I try to keep them cheap for everybody, but back then you could do a case for like $30. Guadino. And one of them was a green signature that was super rare. But Dave, good news. They are bringing back Finest. I repeat, they are bringing back UFC Finest. The best product, the one that they canceled and everybody quit on UFC for. I almost fell over when they announced that. I just hope it's back at the same price point, like 130 or 140 bucks. I'd be fine with that product. That was such a nice product. That was the best product they ever had. 2015 Finest was probably the best product for UFC ever. And then Knockout when it had 10 hits was a great product too, or 8 hits. 2013. Oh yeah, 2013. That was Ronda and Kat and what's his face? Khabib. Yeah, 15 it was gone. No, they 2013 was the last year they did it. Yep. The Vigilante MMA relic. Yep. God. As a dealer, trust me, I wish we can go back to those times. Like, I would love nothing more to rip 20 cases of Finest when that product comes out. But I already know it's probably going to be like double the price it was back then and not what it was. Just, you have 40 of them? Wow. I had all the Tate Octofractors from that year, except for one on each one, and we both know where the other one was. Mike had it in California. And actually, Mike had 2 or 3 of one of them. And I had all 7 of one and 4 of the other. And then I realized I wasn't going to get them all. But when she fought Holly Holm, I just overpriced them. And they all sold when she won the belt. That was the first thing I tried to do all 8 serial numbers of. And then I had almost all the Matt Hamills too. I had 7 of the 8, and the other one was in Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure I don't know who had it, but yeah, they weren't selling. And I offered them triple what I bought all the other ones for, just because I wanted all 8 together. And yeah, that didn't go. That didn't go the way it was planned either. But I liked back then when UFC was easier to collect. I don't watch it nearly as much as I used to either. Like I used to watch every fight, but it seems like there's a fight every 2 weeks now. Yeah, I do. Yep. We won't mention that because legalities. I'm sure the contract's dead and gone, but yeah, legalities. God, I remember the night we all went to the Tilted Kilt and watched UFC Jones Cormier 2 with UFC fans who we had like what 20 UFC fighters, the original owner of UFC with us, and not one autograph was seeked. I don't even think those people knew they were sitting in a room with like all these UFC fighters, guys from UFC 1. That was crazy. Don Fry. Cooked Don Fry. Yeah, cooked Don Fry. He's walking around very happy. Hardcore fans. And I remember sitting there and being like, man, we're watching UFC with all these fighters and the original owner of UFC. And you said the same thing, I think. Are we dreaming? Like, what is going on here? And for Art Davie to be just such like a cool, down-to-earth dude. And then I got to interview Butterbean. That was fun. And I interviewed him about his wrestling, not his boxing. What was life? Like we were living great times and we didn't even know it. Now everything is complicated with this stuff now. And the Russians back I saw. I actually saw the post for that and I'm just like, how many chances does one dude have to have? It's crazy to me. Yeah, that was my first. I think my daughter was born in August, and that was in October. So it was my first overnight away from her. So that was a weird night in itself. And then just everything that was happening was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. But even though that show was nothing that we were promised, the uh, the attendance was nothing that we were promised. Nothing was what we were promised that weekend. We made the best of that weekend. I had a blast, and it was worth the $500 or $600 we paid to go. The one thing I could say is we could have been pissy about it all weekend. We took our shots at the promoter when we had to, and that was it. And actually interviewing Butterbean about the WrestleMania stuff was pretty cool. I can't say that that wasn't cool. That was cool because I always wondered about fight that fight stuff. If it was like a legit fight with him and Bart Gunn or so yeah. and to hear him say that he told Vince McMahon not to do it, and Vince thought Bart was going to kick his butt because he was like fat, and he knocked him out in like 30 seconds. That makes the story even better. I mean, if you remember the Facebook post that was removed, that my stomach hurt from laughing when he was making that post. Brian, that moment alone was probably worth the money. And then Rose Pajama Mamas. That will never leave my... That's what she's named from now on. Rose Pajama Mamas. Oh, God. So many inside jokes from that weekend. I wish we could tell all the stories. Some of them we can, some of them we can't. That weekend, like when I told my wife some of the stories, I think that's where when I go away for like the business, like to the conferences and stuff, I think that weekend is what she has like in her mind that happens, that it's nothing but fun and like hijinks. And it was because of you and Brian that I think that stigma sticks today. That's too funny. But even like the National and stuff, I had fun at the National, and it's like the big event for sports cards. And that was like a rinky-dink show. I think I had more fun at that show with you guys than I do at the National. Just because I think we had to make the best of it. Because we were all pissed off. Like everybody there, when the fighters leave, when they're supposed to be sitting there watching the amateur fights because they're so mad about things, you knew it was a bad time. And then fast forward to all of us just like chilling at the Tilted Kilt. That was good times. The one thing I remember about the Tilted Kilt, like we all had a good time. We were joking, having a blast watching the fights. When Don Fry grabbed my shoulder, I thought I was going to die. That dude's strength he was a bear. That man was a bear. But I'm going to get going, guys. It's 10:30, and I want to get to bed so I can get back here and sort in the morning, get some stuff done. But thank you all for stopping in tonight. Thanks for reminiscing, Dave. You still have my phone number. You can call me anytime. And I know I got the same. So I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.